Hi there. My name is Christian Nguyen, and I am a student currently enrolled in Spce 610, Section 814 for fall of 2024. And today we are going to be discussing the process of conducting preference assessments, specifically a type known as multiple stimulus without replacement. Now, in order to understand what multiple stimulus without replacement is, we must first look at the definition of preference assessments and its purpose for conducting the assessment in general. Now, a preference assessment is defined as a procedure that determines how an individual differentially selects stimuli, kind of establishing a relative hierarchy of preference values to those stimuli. So essentially, preference assessments do exactly as they are named. They help establish a person's preferences from a given set of items that may potentially be used as reinforcers. Establishing a rank order of preferences can aid in the forming of varying levels of consequence contingencies for interventions involving skill acquisition or like decreases in maladaptive behavior. With that, multiple stimulus without replacement is one form of a preference assessment that uses multiple items to be selected without replacing them back into the set to be selected repeatedly. The order in which the items are selected and their placement within the array of items are important factors to consider in this assessment. For multiple stimulus without replacement specifically, and for the purposes of this presentation, a total of 7 items will be used to model the assessment. It is important to know that certain forms of preference assessments can be done with as little as 2 items or as many items as possible that are available within a room. Now, for the steps of multiple stimulus without replacement, the first thing to do is lay out the items in a row in front of the individual with no particular order so that all of the items are available to them. Next, observe the individual's approach responses to the stimuli and record the instance on a data collection sheet. Look at all these toys. Pick one.
I'll take this. Let me spin this a little bit. Spin it really fast.
On a side note, this is what a potential data collection sheet may look like. Here, information regarding the items used, names of individuals, and dates are shown. This should be filled out before conducting the assessment. And to reiterate, trial data should be recorded at the moment the selection of an item is made. For the first trial, I recorded the item selected and the location of where the item was in the array. After data has been recorded, rearrange the items and remove the item from the individual if it has not been removed already. Alrighty, I'll take that. Thank you. Once that is complete, have the individual select a new item and repeat all of these steps until all items have been removed. Let's pick a new one.
Okay, let me try this. Ooh, it's squishy. Let me see. Let me pull it.
Alright, I'll take that. Thank you. Just go and pick a new one.
Let me pick this one.
Alright. Very cool. I'll take that. Thank you. Let's go and pick another one. Very nice. I'll take that.
Here you go.
Thank you. Let's pick one more.
This one.
Ooh. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and pick one more. I'll take that.
Here you go.
Thank you. And go ahead and pick the last one. Awesome. Thank you. Now, for the purpose of this presentation, only one session was modeled for collecting data on preferences. The first table here reflects the data that was collected during the initial modeling of the assessment. The rest of the data has been filled in just for interpretation purposes, just for practice. And there are a few takeaways that can be made upon analysis of this data. Starting with this section over here, this section goes over the preference hierarchy for the items used. It was concluded that the spinning ball, which is item B, and the slime cube, which is item E, were the highest preferred items during the assessment. And in order to come to this conclusion, we can take a look at calculating the item's preference values. Taking item B for example, item B was the first item selected in each of the 4 sessions here, as you can see here and here. So at trial 1, essentially. Summing up these trial numbers gives a total of 4, and this value just means that the smaller the value is, the quicker it was selected during assessment, meaning it was selected over other items. Item E was selected at trial 2, trial 3, trial 2, and trial 2, giving a total of 9 trials, being the second highest preferred item. Items D and A were the least preferred items with values of 21 and 28 respectively. Taking a look at the placement of items in each session, you could also make the argument that there is some form of positional bias at play. In sessions 1 and 2, the majority of items were selected from the individual's right side. Although this conclusion isn't certainly 100% accurate, it is something to consider following assessment. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.